There's so much writing on Indiana Jones 5 and the Dial of Destiny for Disney and for Lucasfilm. This is a movie that cost more than every other Indiana Jones film combined. It is one of the biggest budgets in movie history, estimated to be $300 million, potentially even more when you add in all of the reshoots. A movie that needs to make somewhere in the realm of $800 million to potentially $1 billion just to break even. And so much was riding on them premiering at the Cannes Film Festival. You get Kathleen Kennedy, Harrison Ford, James Mangold, even Bob Iger flew out there for this to premiere it in front of all of these big film critics, and it didn't go very well. They opened up the reviews over a month early for Indiana Jones 5, and they got blasted. Indiana Jones 5 becomes the lowest rated movie in franchise history on Rotten Tomatoes. Disney's Indiana Jones 5 debuts to brutal reviews. And right now, it's sitting about 50-50 when you look at the critics' score. And obviously, it's just the critics. So do we really put a punch of stock in what they say? Not necessarily. But one of the things that people are realizing is it's what the critics are saying about this movie. If they said, we don't like the toxic masculinity, well, then maybe you could be like, well, that's a fucking joke. That's laughable. But instead, some of the things they're saying from these critics that don't like it, look at this. Quote, I'm not sure how many fans want to see Indiana Jones as a broken, helpless old man who cowers in the corner while his patronizing goddaughter takes the lead, but that's what we're given, and it's as bleak as it sounds. They're blasting it for all the reasons that fans have been worried about, that fans have been seeing and sensing when you look at all this promotional material. And we talked about it a lot, how bad some of these early trailers looked, how annoying Phoebe Waller-Bridge seemed to be in this movie, but we really didn't know the feedback because Lucasfilm disabled the likes and dislikes. Now, that's something they do for everything on the Lucasfilm channel, but still, it was very apparent to people and very noticeable to people. However, when you go everywhere else other than Lucasfilm, you start to see a trend, don't you? Look at what this trailer got ratioed to hell on Walt Disney Studios Philippines, 8.4 thousand dislikes to 800 likes. The audience hated what they saw. Same thing on the Rotten Tomatoes trailer, ratioed 5,000 dislikes to 3.1 thousand upvotes. So when you can see the dislikes for this thing, people don't like it for the same reasons that the critics are kind of confirming that all these fans had a problem with it. And of course, what they just put out, the new thing they put out for the Cannes Film Festival, that got brutally destroyed by the audience. Look at these fucking ratios, man. 7.2 thousand dislikes to 800 upvotes. And obviously, here's the reason people didn't like it.
Your father, his only daughter, selling her soul for bail money.
Sounds quite cool when you put it like that.
And it's not all bail money. Some of it's gambling debts and some...
Teddy.
Helena! No! Helena! How did you end up like this?
What do you mean? Resourceful, daring, beautiful, self-sufficient?
How did you end up like this? What do you mean? Resourceful, daring, beautiful, self-sufficient? Phoebe Waller-Bridge is everything people were expecting to hate in this movie, and that's exactly how she comes off. Even the critics are saying it. People were saying that they were bored with her delivery at the Cannes Film Festival. Indiana Jones 5 has so much riding on it right now, and if it wasn't obvious that they're trying to destroy, that they were trying to absolutely destroy Indiana Jones as a character, one of the very few things that gave people a good feeling walking out of Crystal Skull was the scene at the end where you have Indy and Marion getting married. They immediately make sure you know that that didn't work out very well. Looks like Indiana Jones and Han Solo have a lot in common. Failed marriages, apparently. Of course, they're divorced in the new movie. Love, commitment, and romance are stupid ideas in the modern era. True love bad, just like capitalism. They immediately erase one of the good things you did feel coming out of Crystal Skull. Indiana Jones 5, based on what people are saying, the very same people that they thought they would impress, that they thought they would impress them so much that they opened up the reviews, the reviews over a month before this movie releases, and they kind of hated it. They're saying all the same things that fans have been saying, that fans have been worried about when it comes to Indiana Jones 5 and the Dial of Destiny. If this thing doesn't do massive numbers, it will be a financial disaster for Disney and for Lucasfilm. But at this point in time, that's pretty much what we're used to. That is now the status quo when it comes to Lucasfilm, when it comes to Disney, are these big disappointments. And that certainly looks like what Indiana Jones 5 is set to do.